Welcome back. We're still with Harriet Jacobs and we're jumping in. She's in hiding. A small shed had been added to my grandmother's house years ago. Some boards were laid across the joist at the top, and between those boards and the roof was a very small garret, never occupied by anything but rats and mice. It was a pent roof covered with nothing but shingles, according to the southern custom for such buildings. The garret was only 9 feet long and 7 feet wide. The highest part was 3 feet high and sloped down abruptly to the loose board floor. There was no admission for either light or air. My Uncle Philip, who was a carpenter, had very skillfully made a concealed trapdoor which communicated with the storeroom. He had been doing this while I was waiting in the swamp. The storeroom opened upon a piazza. To this hole I was conveyed as soon as I entered the house. The air was stifling, the darkness total. A bed had been spread on the floor. I could sleep quite comfortably on one side, but the slope was so sudden that I could not turn on the other without hitting the roof. The rats and mice ran over my head, but I was weary, and I slept such a sleep as the wretched may when a tempest had passed over them. Morning came. I knew it only by the noises I heard, for in my small den, day and night were all the same. I suffered for air even more than for light, but I was not comfortless. I heard the voices of my children. There was joy and there was sadness in the sound. It made my tears flow. How I longed to speak to them. I was eager to look upon their faces, but there was no hole, no crack through which I could peep. This continued darkness was oppressive. It seemed horrible to sit or lie in a cramped position day after day without one gleam of light. Yet I would have chosen this rather than my lot as a slave, though white people considered it an easy one, and it was so compared with the fate of others. I was never cruelly overworked. I was never lacerated with a whip from head to foot. I was never so beaten and bruised that I could not turn from one side to the other. I never had my heel strings cut to prevent my running away. I was never chained to a log and forced to drag it about while I toiled in the fields from morning till night. I was never branded with an iron or torn by bloodhounds. On the contrary, I had always been kindly treated and tenderly cared for until I came into the hands of Dr. Flint.